for the Red Devils with a guy in scoring position. And the new pitcher for Springville. He'll operate out of the stretch. Here's the pitch. Popped up, left side. See if anybody can run it down. All the way in, and it's not going to be caught. It's going to hit the ground right in front of the bullpen of the Red Devils. That was a long run for the shortstop and the left fielder.
Very long run, and kind of made me nervous watching him run on into the bullpen. You don't want to see him trip over the mound or the plate right there.
Yeah, and there's a white line in the opening down there, and that's out of play. So one strike on Caden Norwood. Red Devils with a chance to put another one on the board. They lead it 1-0. Here's the pitch. That one's up and out of the zone. Ball one. Murray, a sophomore. Pardon me, I'm sorry. Fulmer, a sophomore. And he's your new pitcher.
I believe they were changing signs right there.
There could be checking off. You got a Red Devil standing on second. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Red Devils running, pop up. Got straight up to the shortstop. Red Devils are going to have to retreat and fly out to the shortstop. Had to hit and run on. Yep. And it's 2 out.
Nice job by Parker right there, putting the brakes on and really getting on his horse to get back.
Here's Sutton Phillips stepping up to the plate, playing DH today for the Red Devils. He'll run her at second base. Let's see if we can get him in.
Yep, you don't really want to leave him there.
So here's the pitch on the way. This a lazy pop fly to third base, and they're going to get out of it. Red Devils can't do any damage. Fly out to 5, third out. And that will end the inning for the Red Devils, but they get 1 run.
On 1 hit.
On 1 hit. Parker Frost hit. And they lead it 1-0. We're back after this.
Imagine a bank where you feel at home. Real people living right here in your community are the heart of Bank Independent and everything we do. You have our commitment to bring the people, ideas, and resources together that create a stronger community full of endless potential. For over 75 years, we've served this place we all call home. Bank Independent. We're invested in you. Member FDIC.
Today's broadcast is sponsored in part by Pepsi-Cola of Decatur. Pepsi-Cola has always been a big part of any sporting event or special event in Lawrence County. Hey, look around. You see Pepsi signs everywhere. Every point scored during a high school game in Lawrence County has been displayed on a Pepsi-Cola of Decatur scoreboard. How about that? So when you need refreshment, look for that Pepsi, Mountain Dew, or Aquafina sign wherever you buy groceries. Pepsi-Cola of Decatur, you know they're big in Lawrence County.
And we're back. That was in the park. 1-0. Red Devils lead it as we head to the top of the second. And standing on deck will be Jacob Bailey, their third baseman. And, we haven't come close to getting him out in 2 days.
He's hit the ball well, but he's sprayed it. He hadn't hit it to one side or the other.
You don't know where to play. So, Red Devils finishing their tosses. They're giving a few extra to Smith due to the stoppage in play of almost an hour. There's the throw down, and here comes Bailey to the pitch. Umpire will sweep off home plate. We'll play ball. Top of the second. One nothing Red Devils. Here's Smith. There's a ground ball to second base. See if we can get him out for the first time in 2 days, and we do. 4-3 put out. And one
pitch,
and one out. Jake Connor, the right fielder, will step in.
Benny, I'm looking for stats for Fulmer on the mound, and he's rode in. I'm almost wondering if he's not a junior varsity pitcher they have to bring up.
Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike one. Connor, a senior, hitting .343 as of yesterday. So he's got a pretty big bat playing left field. Or right field, I should say. Out of the stretch, here's Smith. There's a line drive, center field, and Ingles on the run. And he's got it. Tripp runs it down, and it's a loud out.
Nice play by Tripp right there on his horse. Looked like he was catching a fly route from Parker Soft on the football field.
You know, Bruno was talking before the ball game. He said, I don't know if we've had a better center fielder in Marshall High School than he is.
I will completely agree with you.
Here's Kevin Jones, second baseman. 2 away. Strike, right down the middle. I tell you, Smith's going strike. They're either going to leave there running or they're going to walk back to the dugout, one or the other.
And that's all we need. Defense has played well the first 2 games of the series.
Here's his pitch. Ball one. That's one I really don't see how he held up on it. It's just
it was a pretty breaking ball.
Floater right in there and broke down.
Red Devils infield pinch in the middle.
Yep. Here's pitch. There's a ball into the hole. Red Devils can't get to it, and it's a single by Kevin Jones. So they have a runner at first with 2 out. Here's Charlie Hare, who had a good day yesterday.
Charlie did have a good day, but how ironic was that?
Yeah,
the infield just pinched in.
Into the middle, and he didn't know.
Yep, he hit it back in the 5-6 hole.
So 2 away, run at first. Here's the left fielder up. And the pitch. Strike. Boy, that was a floater. Good off-speed pitch.
Real good off-speed pitch right there. I think it caught the Springville batter off balance, and his knees kind of just wobbled.
Smith takes a pretty good lead at first base. If he might go over there, and he won't. There's the ball high inside. 1-1. Out of the stretch. Ball 2, a little low and away. 2-1.
Benny, it was a ball, but the trajectory was from top to bottom, which is what you want to see out of Smith.
Here's the pitch. Pop up. Chip Engel camps under it, and he's got it. And that will do the Springville Tigers for the inning. So F8 out 3.
No runs on 1 hit.
Yep, and we're staying 1 on first base. 1-0 Red Devils. We'll be back after this.
This broadcast is brought to you by Philtech. Located in Cortland, Philtech brings you over 25 years experience formulating custom water treatment blends that meet your specific needs. Since 2014, Philtech has provided custom chemical blends for industrial boiler water and cooling tower treatments, as well as a manufacturer of aluminum salt coagulants that serve many municipalities. From 50 pounds to 45,000 pounds, they can take care of the treatments you need. 256-637-2843. That's Philtech in Cortland.
Man, I loved playing high school sports growing up. And it's fun being a fan now, don't get me wrong, but sitting in the stands feels like I'm missing out on all the action, you know? I wanted to get back in the game, so I signed up to be a high school official. It takes me back to my playing days. I'm supporting students, and I get paid to make the big calls. Do you want to see the game up close? Sign up to become an official in Alabama at highschoolofficials.com.
And we welcome you back to R.C. Beckett Field, Alexander Park. Red Devils up 1-0 as they head to the bottom of the second. Wyatt Knight, Ty Henderson, and Newton Just 3 up for the Red Devils in the bottom of the second. Well, I'd be nice to see Knight Rider see if he could lift one over that left center fence today.
Be awfully pretty with the sun the way it is.
Yep, it would kind of like make that ball glow going over that yellow stripe.
The 32 stands in there. And here's the pitch on the way for Murray. Here's the pitch, up, ball 1.
Lady Red Devils up 1-0 over Russellville after 1 complete.
Here's the pitch. Struck on a breaking ball. Missed that one pretty easily. And it's 1-1. Good breaking ball, low and away. Here's the pitch. That one right in there, strike 2.
That's the one you want to swing at, ain't it, Benny?
Yeah, I think you fooled him. I think White was looking for something straight, and it was anything but straight.
I bet we get another breaking ball.
Here it is. Nope. We went high and hard, and that one comes all the way back to the backstop. So 2-2. Nobody on. 1-0 Red Devils. Bottom of second. Here's Knight. This is stamps off the rubber and then back on. Knight asked for time. Now he'll step in. Here's the pitch. That one's low, and we got a full count.
Nice job. We've seen Knight chase them time and time again.
Third baseman hugging the line for Springville.
He might need to back up a step.
See what they come with on 3-2. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 4.
Good at bat by Knight Rider.
He's on with the base on ball, and here's Ty Henderson. See if we're going to play small ball again, Wes.
Well, you do not have speed on first.
Well, that's a good point.
But I would not be opposed to playing small ball, to move him up.
So Henderson stands in with a run at first. And he squares around and fouls it back. Strike 1. Third baseman charging with nearly down here with the catcher.
Yep.
Ben Newton on deck.
Don't be surprised if we don't have a fake bunt swing away right here. Just try to slap one at the third baseman.
They're going to square around again, and there's the bunt up the line. Going to go to second, and he's out. A good play by the pitcher for Springville. He grabs up the bunt up the first base line, and you have a slower runner running to first, from first to second. And he got him out on the fielder's choice.
Well, you'd like to see Knight Rider slide into that.
Yep. So Henderson at first. Here's Ben Newton. Ball 1.
But you'd also like to see that squeeze be pushed closer to the line and not so much toward the pitcher.
On back. Henderson dives back. He's safe.
And Benny, we have the horn again today.
Yep, we do. And the cowbells. Here's the pitch. Foul back.
Good swing right there by Ben.
1-1 for the Red Devil third baseman. Bottom of 2. 1-0 Red Devils. Here's the pitch. Up and in. Ball 2. 2-1 on Ben Newton.
Coach Jones put them in motion on a hit and run right here.
1 out. There's the pitch. There's the pitch. Grounder to second base. Goes to shortstop. Back across. Got him.
Wow.
What a play.
What a play.
4-6-3, put out. And that'll end the inning for the Red Devils. Don't mean any of those, and that was a nice little unintended play by their second baseman.
Yep. Struggled yesterday, but made a good play right there.
That'll do it for the bottom of the second. 1-0 Red Devils. We'll be right back.
When the sun is shining and your car is dirty, it's time to visit Shine Time Superwash. And it's also time to join the new Superwash Club, where you can get your car washed as much as you like and enjoy all of the Shine Time perks for one low monthly fee. Even better, your Superwash Club membership can be used at all Shine Time locations. Visit Shine Time in Moulton between Walmart and Sonic to learn more about the Superwash Club, or visit them online at shinetimesuperwash.com. It's not just a super wash, it's a super experience.
Stop at Guthrie's, the original golden fried chicken finger specialist, and you'll see why people drive from everywhere for that golden fried chicken. There's the Guthrie's box with chicken fingers, fries, homemade coleslaw, Texas toast, and that delicious one-of-a-kind sauce. A proud supporter of sports in Lawrence County since 2005. And whether you choose drive-through, dine-in, carry-out, or delivery by DoorDash, it's still that great Guthrie's chicken. Highway 157 in Moulton.
Welcome back. Top of 3 as we head that way. Red Devils up 1-0. Here's Cade Willis, the leadoff hitter, stepping in. The UAB commit, standing at the plate. Here's the pitch. Ball. A little bit low. You don't want this guy to turn on one.
No, we've kind of kept him at bay the whole series.
Here's the pitch. Right back at the pitcher. One bounce. Cross. Up and in. Ryder McGregory. 4-3 put out. Good play by Ryder. Make that Jake Weathersby. I'm sorry.
Really good play by Jake right there. And Smith had to dance to get off that one.
That ball hit pretty hard.
Yep.
Here's Fulmer to play. His first appearance. Strike one.
You know, Benny, a lot of pitchers nowadays want to fall off toward first and don't get in a good fielding position after they make the pitch.
That's true.
Watch Smith after he delivered.
A good pitch was called the ball. There's one fouled off to the right. Strike two. 1-2 on Hunter Fulmer, who's now pitching for Springville. So what time we come up with? There's the pitch upstairs, and it's 2-2. 2-2, one out. Top 3. Here's the pitch, and this is popped straight up. I think Ingle's going to get it, and he will. They'll take 2 away. Here's John Nichols, catcher.
Smith's doing a good job pitching the soft contact, and it being atom balls.
Yep. It's not one of those hit them where they ain't. Boy, the right fielder's really cheating back towards center against this guy. Here's the pitch. There's a line drive. It won't get into the gap, and Ingle will get it back in because of solid single for their catcher.
The Marion Military commit right there, and good piece of hitting.
Yeah, you see it right. Where's pitched? So there's Martinez, first baseman.
Got third hit of the day for Springville.
2 away, run it third. Here's the pitch by Jackson, ball 1. One and 0. Here's the pitch. A little bit outside, ball 2. Runner off first base, not very far. Here's the pitch. Ball, that's strike. In the upper half, outside corner. 2-1. Throw back. That ball gets loose.
So here's the thing. Umpire called interference. Had the runner kept going and been out, he'd have been awarded the base. But the fact he come back, that cut it off.
Yeah, I don't know if he called interference.
Yeah, when the umpire's hand went out, he called it.
Yeah, he's not going anywhere.
Well, he calls it, but they have to proceed to the base.
So 2-1. Here's the pitch. That's a drive to the left. And it is going to be out of here. You see, this old boy can hit it.
Yep.
There's a home run by Grant Martinez.
He ain't slowing down.
He knocks Nichols in. And it's 2-1. Springville.
Here's the problem. He missed first base. He missed first base. You can't call time right there, Blue.
He's going to ask the home plate umpire if he saw it. See what he's fixing to do. Safe to take the call. So Martinez' home run's going to stand. And here's Alex Harden.
Well, Coach Jones still wants an explanation because that's the home plate umpire watches the ball, and the guy down the field is in no man's land right there. Nobody was watching.
Well, they're not going to win the argument for sure. The run's going to stand, and it's 2-1.
And I'm going to be honest with you. If they missed it with what happened earlier, they're not going to overturn it. No.
So a 2-run homer by Martinez, and here's Alex Harden, the center fielder. 2 out. There's a pitch. This one popped up.
One thing there wasn't any doubt about was the way he hit that ball.
He hammered it.
Oh, I knew it was going. Yeah. Not but 305 down the line, and he wasn't too far off of that. There's the pitch. Strike 2.
Well, the fastball was left middle in, and Martinez he hit it with everything he mashed it.
Ground ball, shortstop. High hop, going across, and out 3. 6-3 put out, but not before Martinez gives Springville the lead.
2 runs on 2 hits.
Yep. They up over the Red Devils 2-1 as we head to the bottom of the 3rd. We'll be right back. We got to do a better job getting the baseball.
Yep.
This guy's throwing it right in there.
Spring is officially here, and your Tennessee Valley Co-op, located on Highway 157 North in Moulton, reminds you that they will continue to offer you more for your garden, lawn, or any outside project. There's always more choices, more service, and more savings, too. The Co-op is your home for Husqvarna power equipment, and the Co-op is also your home for the animals in your life, from your cattle to your pets. For the farm, for the homeowner, and for you, that's Tennessee Valley Co-op on 157 North in Moulton.
The job of planning and digging water lines, septic systems, or even electrical cable lines is a job you only want to do once. That's when you need to call Mike Berryman at Berryman Trenching. Specializing in all types of trenches and septic systems, you should know that Mike is the man to call. Locally owned and operated, licensed and insured. There's no job too big or too small, just your job, and he'll do it right. That's Berryman Trenching. For a free estimate, his number is 256-318-0579.
There's the swing by Jake Weathersby, a little nubber out toward shortstop, and he boots it with the error, and Weathersby's on it first.
Well, Red Devils need to scratch a run right here.
Yeah, here's Engel.
Ever since we came back from the stoppage, Springville momentum has built and built.
Yep. Ball inside. Where did he go?
Oh,
yes, he did.
Goodness.
For one strike on Chip Engel. Throw over. And they threw it away. And Weathers is going to end up at third, I believe. Now if he's going to throw the brakes on his second. They used to run yourself out of an inning.
Yeah, smart move right there by holding him up at second.
So an error on the pitcher. And here's Tripp with a chance to drive him in.
So you got him to second without having to give an out up. What do you do here, Benny? Swing away?
Like I'm swinging. Especially with that shortstop hugging second base. There's a bunt down third base line. Ain't nobody going to get it. And this is a hit. The third baseman was in no man's land. He thought he had to cover with Weathersby going on the pitch. And now we've got runners at first and third and one out. Nobody out.
Nobody out. So the pitcher was supposed to cover that right there, but I don't think the pitcher is close to third base line as that was hit.
Yeah.
He never picked it up.
He's never thrown him out. So here's McGregory. He might bunt again. And he is. Strike one. They got a good guy to squeeze with on third base. But I don't know if I wouldn't want Brider just swinging away. See if he can keep this merry-go-round running.
Well, you got a young pitcher on the mound. He doesn't understand coverages.
And they fake the throw to third off the rubber and turn around and try to catch Engel sleeping. And that didn't work, so he'll reload. One strike on Ryder McGregory.
You don't want to run out of an inning, but you want to apply pressure right here.
Here's the pitch. That one's in the dirt. And there goes Tripp just trotting down to second. So now you got runners at second, third, and a 1-1 count on Ryder McGregory.
First baseman still in. Third baseman looks like he is at the edge of the grass as well. The whole infield has now moved in, Benny.
They got to do something with that speed at home plate, too. Here's the pitch. Strike two. That's one to hit right there. Is up in his eyes.
That one just floated right there.
So 1-2 on McGregory, nobody out.
Productive right here is all we got to have, a productive out.
There's the pitch, and there's a switch down to third, but now they got Weathersby hung up. See what they're going to do with him. They're going to run him down. He's out. and everybody else will advance. So Weathersby gets hung up between home and first, and third base, rather. And that's a put out. Had to put Fingal now at third, and McGregor at first base with a fielder's choice.
So you would like to have seen him to stay in that rundown long enough to get Ryder to second
base, yeah. So here's Parker Frost. The runners at first and third. Come back to honk the Red Devils so they don't start getting some of these third base runners and the ball getting in the home plate.
Yep.
Here's the pitch. Good pitch. They're going to throw down. Thinking the Red Devils are running, and they're not. So a stolen base uncontested by McGregory. And now the Red Devils have runners at second and third with one out.
Smart job by Tripp of reading what's going on down at second base. The second baseman came running in to cut it off. They're putting him on.
They're going to put Frost on. So here's Caden Norwood. Last time they did that, it didn't work.
Nope.
Last night they did that, it cost them a ball game.
So, but let's be honest, Benny. If somebody's going to beat me, it's going to be 7. It ain't going to be 13.
It ain't going to be 13. That's right.
And I would not be surprised if they don't pitch to him the rest of the day.
But here's Caden standing in with the bases loaded. With one out.
And his gap is wide open.
Here's the pitch. Inside ball one. Tried to jam him, get in on his hands.
Yep. Well, he gets in too far. The first baseman is on the grass. He better be buckled up. The center fielder is shaded toward right field, and the left fielder is toward the left field line.
Here's the pitch on the way, and there's a line drive, and it's going to clear him out. It's going to go all the way to the wall. 1 run's in, 2 runs in, and they go home. Parker Frost at third base, and that's a double.
Benny, that's his sweet spot right there. Just flipping it right over the shortstop's head. And Caden Norwood said, if you put it on me, I'm going to take it, guys.
So now you got Frost standing at third base. And you got Norwood, pinch runner, standing at first.
Alvis has come in as a courtesy runner.
The Red Devils take the lead back 3-2. Oh, that was a rope.
Yep. And that won't be the last one he hits there today.
So here's Sutton Phillips. Here's the pitch. In on his hand. Ball bounces away. Ball one. So still we got runners sitting at second and third and one out. So Sutton can do some more damage for the Red Devils.
Yep. You'd like to see Sutton turn on one right here.
Yeah, I'd like to see him hit one right over that first baseman. Tell you, I mean a rope.
Well, the outfield is still in the same gap, and Sutton don't mind hitting it right where Norwood just hit it.
Here's the pitch. Missed a good fastball right then. 1-1. Boy, that's one of them that'll go a long way if you just have to hit it.
Yep. But in this moment, we don't want to overswing. We just want to let the barrel do the work.
Infield is in for Springville. Here's the pitch. That's upstairs, ball 2. Two balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Runners at second and third for the Red Devils. Already got 2 in this inning. Here's high. And he struck at it. It's strike 2. Swung at ball 3.
Yep, swung at ball 3. That was up in his eyes, and he liked it.
Need a hit right here with this infield in.
Yep.
Need somebody to get on one.
I'll take a long fly ball to score a run.
That'd work. Here's Phillips and the pitch. Fights that one off. Hangs tough, 2-2. Hands a little bit late on that one.
Yep.
Get those hands and roll over.
Keep your base firm and your hands quick right here, kid.
Yep. Here's the pitch from Springville on the way. Upstairs, ball 3. Now you got a full count.
Yep.
White Knight standing in the batter's box.
Runners will not be in motion because there's only one out and there's nobody to force them up.
Got to be tough right here, Sutton. Here's the pitch. Off his hands, he pulls it into the dugout down the first base line.
Nice job right there, getting his hands in, getting the barrel on it.
So the count remains 3-2. Bottom of 3. Here's a pitch. Upstairs, walking. Sutton Phillips with a good at bat. Bases loaded, and then here's the Knight Rider.
He's going to get a steady dose of breaking balls, I would think, but with bases loaded, they can't afford to play around with it. So Springville's coming to the mound to talk about it.
They want to talk to their pitcher. So while they do, we'll take a break. We'll be right back.
When the sun is shining and your car is dirty, it's time to visit Shine Time Superwash. It's also time to join the new Superwash Club, where you can get your car washed as much as you like and enjoy all of the Shine Time perks for one low monthly fee. Even better, your Superwash Club membership can be used at all Shine Time locations. Visit Shine Time in Moulton between Walmart and Sonic to learn more about the Superwash Club, or visit them online at shinetimesuperwash.com. It's not just a super wash, it's a super experience. H. Jerome Thompson of Thompson & Associates has served the citizens of Lawrence County for many years and has always offered you his commitment to quality, service, and accuracy. Next time you need title and abstract work, let Jerome and his fine staff introduce you to their way of courteous, efficient, and economical help. Thompson & Associates are there for your abstracting, land title research, or title insurance needs. 11186 Highway 157 in Moulton, 256-974-3007.
3-2 Red Devils. One out. Bases loaded. White Knight, the first baseman, standing at the plate.
And the Knight Rider's about to come out of his shoes on the
plate. Anything other than double play ball. And there's a high fly ball to left field. They'll probably tag one up. Let's see if we're going to send him. And they are. It's going to be Frost, and they can't get the ball out of their glove. And now here's the third baseman safe. They're going to throw back to second, and he's safe. So Parker Frost scores, and everybody else advances.
Little gutsy right there. Alvis slipping in, and good job by Sutton moving up behind him.
So you still got runners at second and third. It's a 4-2 ball game now. And here's Ty Henderson at the plate. Still room for more, Ty. Here's the pitch. Fly ball out of play. Strike one.
LCHS Red Devils softball is up 1-0, and through 3 innings, McCatherine has faced 9 batters and struck out 8.
That's a shabby.
She is something else.
One strike on Ty Henderson. Here's the pitch. Fly ball, third base, pops straight up. Red Devils are running around, and that will do it. F5, but the Red Devils come up with a big inning. They score 3, and they lead it 4-2 as we head to the top of the fourth. We'll be right back.
If you need your vehicle repaired right the first time and as quickly as possible, Southern Automotives is waiting for you in downtown Moulton. Mark Naylor and his staff of professional mechanics will treat your vehicle like it's one of their own. From oil changes to engine replacements, brake work, tune-ups, and more, they do it all. You can even shop for tires while you're there, too. Southern Automotives at the corner of Spring and Seminary in downtown Moulton, 974-9954.
That's you trying to fix the plumbing yourself to save a few bucks. Doing things yourself doesn't always end well. The same goes for insurance. That's why Auto Owners works with local independent agents who tailor coverage to meet your needs and offer discounts for life, home, car, and business insurance. Because sometimes you need a professional to get the job done right. That's simple human sense.
As you sleep, as you drive, and as you do business, you can count on Peck Glasgow Insurance to help protect the things that matter most. Highway 157 South in Moulton.
Welcome back to RC Beckett Field, H.A. Alexander Park. As we head to the top of the fourth, Red Devils up 4-2. Jacob Bailey, the third baseman, will be the first man up. And Smith will stay in. He's gone into the fourth inning. Still got Parker Frost available if you need him.
Well, he was getting loose before he come to bat, and he really didn't get a lot of time out there because he was on the base paths most of the time. So I would say the first sign of trouble, you'll see Parker Frost come in.
So Bailey stands in. Here's the pitch. Hit into foul territory down the right line, outside line, and it is foul.
Wasn't foul by much, though, was it?
Not by much.
It's a long strike.
And I'm breathing heavy for Ryder McGregor right now.
That phrase is on that sheet last night.
Yep.
We saw at the Northwest Shoals,
Yep.
wasn't it? Things you're supposed to say.
Bailey stands in with one strike on him. Here's the pitch. Strike two. That's a good fastball right in on his hands. See if you can get him to swing at something he don't want to right here on 0-2.
With a bend on it.
There's the pitch. Third base. Here's Ben Newton across the diamond. 5-3, and he's out.
Nice play right there by Ben. Took his time. Smooth hands right there. Gathered himself to throw across the diamond.
Jake Connor, the batter. Connor, the right fielder. He flied out his first time up. Here's Smith. And the pitch on the way. Slow breaker in there. Strike one.
Back in the day, we'd call that a lollipop, wouldn't we?
Yep, that was a lollipop. Here's Smith out of the stretch. Ground ball to the shortstop. Parker Frost got it. Knight Rider got it.
Nice play, Knight Rider.
On the shoulder. Got him.
So Parker didn't make a great throw. Knight Rider goes in the air, catches it, makes a sweeping tag to get him out. So Knight Rider dug his buddy out on that one.
So here's Kevin Jones.
And I don't think we've stressed enough how much more comfortable Knight Rider has looked at first from the first part of the season. He's done a fantastic job of putting in the work.
2 away. Ball one on the breaking ball. Red Devils lead at 4-2. Top of the fourth. Here's the pitch. All the way to the backstop, ball one.
Like we was playing cricket on that one, Benny.
Yep. One and one, 2 away. Pitch, ball two. That looked pretty good. Ball three, I should say. 3 and 1. That was upstairs and he walked him. Here's Charlie Hare.
He flew out to center field his last time.
Runner at first. 2 out. Here's the pitch. Strike one.
Nice job right there coming back after the 4-pitch walk. Throw one across the plate. And I'm going to say this is probably the last batter he'll see.
Ball one, 1-1. Probably a pretty good guess. Runner at first. Cole can lead. Here's the pitch. That's a shortstop, unassisted. Park across. 6-6 put out, and that will end the inning. One runner left. No hits. No runs. Red Devils lead at 4-2. They head to the bottom of the fourth. We'll be right back.
Man, I loved playing high school sports growing up. And it's fun being a fan now, don't get me wrong, but sitting in the stands feels like I'm missing out on all the action, you know? I wanted to get back in the game, so I signed up to be a high school official. It takes me back to my playing days. I'm supporting students, and I get paid to make the big calls. Do you want to see the game up close? Sign up to become an official in Alabama at highschoolofficials.com.
Today's broadcast is sponsored in part by Pepsi Cola of Decatur. Pepsi Cola has always been a big part of any sporting event or special event in Lawrence County. Hey, look around. You see Pepsi signs everywhere. Every point scored during a high school game in Lawrence County has been displayed on a Pepsi Cola of Decatur scoreboard. How about that? So when you need refreshment, look for that Pepsi, Mountain Dew, or Aquafina sign wherever you buy groceries. Pepsi Cola of Decatur, you know they're big in Lawrence County.
We head to the bottom of the fourth. And Ben Newton will be up for the Red Devils. Third baseman. Red Devils lead at 4-2 as we play in the bottom of the fourth. See if Newton can get this merry-go-round cranked up again.
Third baseman's back.
Out of the windup, here's the pitch. Inside ball one. Pitch on the way. This is ball two, rolling away.
Good take by Ben right there.
It'll be real easy to go after that one. 2 balls, no strikes on the Red Devil third baseman. Here's the pitch. Swing and a foul off to the left. 1 strike.
Did he hit the catcher's mitt, or was that a foul off the catcher?
I don't know. It sounded a little bit weird to me. But nobody hollers. So there you go.
Yeah. But he was in a hitter's count, 2-0. Got a good pitch, a fastball to hit, and he took a hack at it.
Pitch on the way, strike 2. Outside corner, that's a good pitch.
Really good pitch right there.
2-2 on Ben Newton. Here's the pitch. Strike 3, got him. One away. And here's Weatherby. Weatherby reached last time on an error. Wind up in the pitch. Ball on the inside. Did it go? No.
The first Red Devil to strike out today, isn't it?
That is. Lady Red Devils just took a 2-0 lead in the bottom of the fourth.
His pitch is upstairs on Weathersby. Ball 2.
Guys, with Weathersby being in the 9 hole, that's like having an additional leadoff.
Yeah,
right there.
another leadoff runner. You're exactly right. Here's the pitch. That's up and out. Ball 3. 3-0. Chip Engel on deck. Like one taken all the way.
Absolutely.
Wind up in the pitch. Now back. Now we got a full count.
I'm not sure if the Lawrence County High School percussion squad is out here or if that's just somebody with garbage cans in the dugout.
There's the pitch, and he hit him right in the rump.
Good place to hit.
Good place to get hit if you're going to get hit.
On a breaking ball is what it looked like, Benny.
Yep. The Weathersby at first base. And here comes the manager for...
He's looking a little tired, I believe, the last couple of batters.
Manager for Springville, and that's going to be all for the young man. But he did a really nice job in a tough situation.
He did. He did. This young man came in after he just seen somebody take one.
Yeah, right in the face.
Yep. And he showed his moxie. He showed his poise. And
so here's Martinez, the first baseman that's got the home run today. He's just take the mound and try to finish this game out. I assume.
I want to mention stuff that we were talking during the break. The better team you are, the more exposure you get in the media. And there's a nice lead article on the sports page of the Decatur Daily this morning about the games last night. And then while I'm looking at the paper, I look up at the TV, and there's a nice article by Alexa Harley. Nice story about the Red Devils up at Northwest Shoals yesterday as well. And very glowing reports in the print and on the TV. So good exposure for the Red Devil program and Coach Carson Jones. And we're trying to get to the Elite Eight this afternoon, guys. I think it's 2007, I think the last time we made that appearance.
I was talking about before the game, and Bruno said he was not sure, but he was 2/3 sure this might be the first time anybody ever made it to round 3.
Maybe.
If they did, it was the Red White West Holly years, possibly, and I don't know that.
They were using smaller gloves back then, weren't they?
with bats not as hot.
With bats not as hot. Well, the winner of this game, whoever it's going to be, is going to play the winner of Madison Academy and Leeds that are competing against each other this afternoon. Best 2 out of 3 as well. They started today. As a matter of fact, they didn't play last night. And if they need a third game, they'll play it on Monday night. So it may be Monday night before either one of these teams find out who they're going to play. Who we're going to play next week.
According to Alabama High School Athletic Association, Lawrence County lost round 3 to Haleville in 2008 when they were 4A.
All right. There you go. 2008.
Hadn't been there 5A, though, right?
Correct.
Bruno was correct.
There's Tripp standing in with a runner at first. Weathersby with 1 out. Pitch off the plate, ball 1. So you got speed at first base, you got speed at home plate. Martinez out of the stretch. Grounder up the middle, picked up by the second baseman, steps on, throws across, double play.
It was made to order, wasn't it?
That was a made-to-order double play. 6, 4, 3. That's the second time they've done that today.
Yep.
2 and 3 outs in one bundle, and that will do it for the bottom of the fourth for the Red Devils. They lead at 4-2. We're back after this.
Imagine a bank where you feel at home. Real people living right here in your community are the heart of Bank Independent and everything we do. You have our commitment to bring the people, ideas, and resources together that create a stronger community full of endless potential. For over 75 years, we've served this place we all call home. Bank Independent. We're invested in you. Member FDIC.
This broadcast is brought to you by Philtech. Located in Cortland, Philtech brings you over 25 years experience formulating custom water treatment blends that meet your specific needs. Since 2014, Philtech has provided custom chemical blends for industrial boiler water and cooling tower treatments, as well as a manufacturer of aluminum salt coagulants that serve many municipalities. From 50 pounds to 45,000 pounds, they can take care of the treatments you need. 256-637-2843. That's Philtech in Cortland.
Welcome back to Alexander Park. Once again, voice of Lawrence County Sports, Mr. Benny Williams, sir.
Thank you very much. Parker Frost checks in. The senior shortstop / pitcher. And he's in there to put us in the third round. It's exactly why he's there, and he's pretty good at it.
Well, you're going to get a heavy dose of filling the zone and who you want on the mound for the Red Devils.
He'd be my pick. I'm going to brag on Jackson Smith. He pitched a heck of a ball game.
Sure did.
So he did. So here's Willis. Standing in. Power against power. Strike one. He's going to see a lot of straight stuff. That's off the plate, ball one. 4-2 Red Devils. Top of 5. Here's Frost's pitch. Ball 2. He operates out of the windup. Straight pitch, strike 2. Right down the middle. Pretty good speed.
Denny, here's something to think about. Springville has a couple pitchers with velocity, so I bet they hit a fastball pretty well.
I always figured they could. There's the pitch. And that's pull foul. Just barely foul over the third baseman's head.
Yep.
If that don't go foul, Willis is still running.
And the Springville coach didn't get up and off because he'd seen it, and he was showing signs that it was barely foul. Nothing but noise.
Ball was hit right on the nose. Two and two. Wind up. And the pitch. Fouled it off. Right off his hands. I don't see how he even touched that ball.
I don't either. I mean, it was a breaking ball at his chin.
Yep.
And he caught it on the break coming back to the plate.
So Parker goes away right here.
Gas on the corner.
Here's the wind up. Here's the pitch. Right back at him. Underhanded. So the Knight Rider put out. One away. 1-3. Here. Looks like Fulmer's in there now. This is going to be Matthew Murray. So here's Murray. Here's the pitch. Ball one.
Springville has the cowbells rolling.
Yep. Strike. Right in there.
And Springville understands who's on the mound for the Red Devils. They're just trying to do something for the track.
Here's the pitch. Almost. Ball two. One away. I got him. Strike two. Couldn't hold up on that one.
Benny says Parker's come to the mound. Weathersley goes to short. Ryder comes to second. Henderson goes to left. And Sutton's in.
Strike. Ooh, that looked mighty good. Ball three.
I'm sorry, Henderson's in right. And Phillips goes to left.
Fruit basket turnover. Got to get him right here, Parker. There's the pitch. Fouled off.
Good at bat by Murray.
3-2. One away. Wind up in the pitch. Right. Sunday Hawk to White Knight goes unassisted, 2 away. There's a 3, 2 out. And here's John Nichols.
Not a bad ball player coming to the plate right here.
Now Nichols has got a sac fly and fly it out to center field. He's 0 for 2 today. I'll take that back. He flied out to left and scored on a single. Stoppage in play as the Red Devil catcher walks out to have a conversation with Parker Frost.
I think that was just to chill the emotion. That pitch was up and in right there. I don't think it was intentional. Just got away from him.
1 ball. Here's the pitch. Strike 1. Off speed.
Good breaking ball right there. Really good breaking ball.
Wind up in the pitch. There's a fly ball left field. Going back, Sutton Phillips. He'll camp under it, and he's got it. And that will end the inning. So a quiet top of the field for Springville. Red Devils coming to back. They lead it 4-2. We'll be back after this.
Stop at Guthrie's, the original golden fried chicken finger specialist, and you'll see why people drive from everywhere for that golden fried chicken. There's the Guthrie's box with chicken fingers, fries, homemade coleslaw, Texas toast, and that delicious one-of-a-kind sauce. A proud supporter of sports in Lawrence County since 2005. And whether you choose drive-through, dine-in, carry-out, or delivery by DoorDash, it's still that great Guthrie's chicken. Highway 157 in Moulton.
Spring is officially here, and your Tennessee Valley Co-op, located on Highway 157 North in Moulton, reminds you that they will continue to offer you more for your garden, lawn, or any outside project. There's always more choices, more service, and more savings, too. The Co-op is your home for Husqvarna power equipment, and the Co-op is also your home for the animals in your life, from your cattle to your pets. For the farm, for the homeowner, and for you. That's Tennessee Valley Co-op on 157 North in Moulton.
Welcome back to Alexander Park, bottom of 5 for the Red Devils. Coming up, be Ryder McGregory, Frost, and Norwood. The 2, 3, and 4 hitters are the Red Devils. Second inning for Martinez for Springville. There's a throw down, and we're about ready to play here in the bottom of 5. Red Devils up 4-2. Martinez hit a 2-run homer to give Springville the lead, and the Red Devils came right back in the bottom of the 3rd with 3 runs of their own to take a 2-run lead.
You would like to see the Red Devils get some insurance right.
Yeah, we need a couple more. Start with Ryder McGregor would be a good place to start. Here's Martinez in the pitch. Ball 1. Tried an off-speed pitch, and that one sort of got away from him.
You got to wear that.
Here's the wind-up in the pitch. Straight right down the middle.
I know he's been hit a bunch, but you got to wear that in this game. You get on.
Especially his speed. Wind up in the pitch. That one bounces up there. Ball 2. Overthrew that one just a little bit.
Well, Martinez is juiced. He's hit the home run, and he's juiced.
Here's the pitch. That's off the plate. Ball 3. Good eye by McGregory. 3-1. Here's Martinez's pitch on the way. Strike 2. Good pitch right there.
Really good pitch. And I almost think Ryder was taking right there.
Right at the knees. See if he'll get him. Here's the pitch, and this one's off the plate, and he walks it. So speed at first. Here's Frost.
Ryder's second base on balls today.
Frost taking a long look at Carson Jones down at third base. See if something might be on here. One more run would be really big. Here's Frost. Martinez takes a look. Ball one. McGregory taking the token lead at first base. Martinez takes a second look. Here's the pitch. Ball low.
Good take right there. Good take. That was a little low and away. The 2-0 hitters count. I'm surprised they don't put him on.
Yeah, Martinez, he wanted that one. Out of the stretch. Here's the pitch. Bounces that one up there. McGregory's going to walk in to second base on a pass ball.
The catcher better get on it, or he'll stretch it.
So ball three. So you got a 3-ball count. And I'm like you, Wes, I don't understand why they just didn't go on first base. So the catcher for Springville having a conversation with Martinez with a 3-0 count on the Red Devil pitcher now, Parker Frost. Norwood on deck. This Parker's got the green light. There's the pitch. We didn't even have a chance to have a green light. Ball four. So here's Caden Norwood.
I know it's a base on balls. But that puts the force back in play.
Yeah, unless you hit one right under that 354-foot sign, then it won't matter. Here's Martinez dancing around as a shortstop, low and away, and almost got away from the catcher. Ball one.
Nice job by Ryder out at second. With a good secondary.
Yeah, you don't want to run yourself out of an inning here for sure. Nobody out.
Shortstop bouncing signs to the catcher to indicate to the pitcher.
Here's the pitch on the way. Ball two. 2-0.
Red Devils on the verge of a big inning here, guys.
Yeah, Sutton Phillips on deck, the designated hitter. Now the left fielder.
Yep.
Ryder not venturing too far off second base. Here's the pitch. That one bounces up there. Ball three. And now the pitching coach is going to have a word with his pitcher. So there's a stoppage in play. Runners on first and second. A 3-ball count to Parker Frost. Little breakage in play. We'll be right back.
The job of planning and digging water lines, septic systems, or even electrical cable lines is a job you only want to do once. That's when you need to call Mike Berryman at Berryman Trenching. Specializing in all types of trenches and septic systems, you should know that Mike is the man to call. Locally owned and operated, licensed and insured. There's no job too big or too small, just your job, and he'll do it right. That's Berryman Trenching. For a free estimate, his number is 256-318-0579. If you need your vehicle repaired right the first time and as quickly as possible, Southern Automotives is waiting for you in downtown Moulton. Mark Naylor and his staff of professional mechanics will treat your vehicle like it's one of their own. From oil changes to engine replacements, brake work, tune-ups, and more, they do it all. You can even shop for tires while you're there, too. Southern Automotives at the corner of Spring and Seminary in downtown Moulton, 974-9954.
Wow, is over. 3-0 count, Caden Norwood as he steps back in. Runners at first and second with nobody out. Here's Martinez, and he finally threw a strike. Strike one. He was thrown 8 straight balls till then.
I'm okay with that call strike. It was close, but I'm okay with him calling a strike.
Well, that's not the pitch Caden wants to hit anyway.
Nope. But this one right here is.
Yep, if he grooves this one, he wants to hit it strike 2. That's one he could have driven under that 354-foot sign out there. 3-2 now. He put the ball in play.
Caden is choked up a little bit.
Martinez with a long look. Here's the pitch. Fought off by Norwood. Foul.
Oh, a little away.
Horse-Cross at first. Ryder McGregor at second. Nobody out.
Norwood left center field gap is still wide open.
Still open. Here's the pitch. And there's a line drive. And it's going to get down. It's going to go all the way to the wall. One run is in. Here's Parker Frost turning. He's going to score. No, they're going to hold him. Now he's going to go. Here comes the throw to the plate. He's safe. So Norwood with a double. And 2 more runs are in. The center fielder thought he had scooped that ball.
Yep.
He never turned around and looked for it till it hit the fence.
Yep. Right fielder had to come all the way from Russellville to pick it up for him.
So here's Sutton Phillips. Still nobody out. A runner at second. 2 runners are in.
Alvis, your courtesy runner.
There's a drive down the right field. That's going to get down, I think. It is fair ball. No, it's going to be foul. Home plate umpire right on top of that one. Boy, that's close.
That's close, but I'm going to give the home plate umpire credit right here. He come out behind that plate, and he was getting it down that line because the way it dropped, he wanted to be in position to make that call.
To see it.
Yep.
And he and the Springville catchers exchanging pleasantries as it comes back off the plate.
Yeah.
Norwood at second. Still nobody out. 6-2 Red Devils. And Phillips at the plate.
With a long strike.
A long, loud strike. Here's Martinez. There's the pitch. Strike 2.
Don't overswing, big guy.
I thought Sutton trying to uppercut the ball just a little bit.
Yep.
He's not getting on top of it.
Yep. He flirted with hitting one out right there.
2 strikes on the Red Devil left fielder. Long look by Martinez. Here's the pitch. It's off the plate. Now they're going to ring it up. I don't know about that one. Don't know about that one. Here's White Knight.
Carson, you got a 2-run lead, a 4-run lead. Don't get restricted right here.
Only the second strikeout of the day for Red Devils. Both caught looking.
He's about to restrict it.
Yep, one morning. So we have the stoppage in play here. Like you say, you got a 4-run lead. Let's play ball.
I understand taking up for your player. Totally get it. Totally get it.
Here's White Knight.
Let's see a hanging breaking ball right here.
Norwood at second. 6-2 Devils. Here's the pitch, and there's the ball hit pretty well. It's pretty deep, and it's caught right in front of the fence. And that just missed that one.
Nothing but a long out. With a lot of noise.
That was his country.
Yep. I think he hit it off the end of the bat.
Off the end of the bat. I think you're right.
It didn't have that big boy sound to it.
Here's Ty Henderson.
We need to get Ty going.
And he needs to drive in that run, standing at second base.
Yep.
Martinez with a look back towards second. Here's the pitch. Here's the ball fouled straight back. Strike one.
And Ty's dipping a little bit like you were talking about. You've seen Sut.
Yep.
That backside's dropping.
Trying to lift the ball.
Yep. He ain't big enough to lift it. Just line drive it.
Get on top of it. One strike. Two away. Bottom of the fifth. Ball inside.
Let the barrel do the work right here, kid. Just slap it somewhere.
Caden Norwood still standing at second. Here's the pitch. That's outside. Ball two. Good one.
That one. Pitcher chirping at the home plate umpire right there.
Just needs to hit a little gapper. Will be just fine. Here's Martinez and the pitch on the way, and it's popped up.
Pitcher's got a chance.
Coming to the near side, the catcher runs out of room. So 2-2. Two and two, 2 outs. Deuces are wild on the Red Devil scoreboard, and Pepsi Cola Mountain Dew scoreboard, I should say.
Yep.
So 2 strikes, 2 balls, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Struck him out. That will do it for the selective inning for the Red Devils. They add 2 to their lead, and they lead it 6-2 over Springville, and that will bring us to the end of the 5th inning. We'll be right back after this.
H. Jerome Thompson of Thompson & Associates has served the citizens of Lawrence County for many years and has always offered you his commitment to quality, service, and accuracy. Next time you need title and abstract work, let Jerome and his fine staff introduce you to their way of courteous, efficient, and economical help. Thompson & Associates are there for your abstracting, land title research, or title insurance needs. 11186 Highway 157 in Moulton, 256-974-3007. When the sun is shining and your car is dirty, it's time to visit Shine Time Superwash. And it's also time to join the new Superwash Club, where you can get your car washed as much as you like and enjoy all of the Shine Time perks for one low monthly fee. Even better, your Superwash Club membership can be used at all Shine Time locations. Visit Shine Time in Moulton between Walmart and Sonic to learn more about the Superwash Club, or visit them online at shinetimesuperwash.com. It's not just a super wash, it's a super experience.
We're back into the 6th inning for Springville. Here's Grant Martinez, who hit a home run last time he was up. Ball 1. A 2-run homer.
They got out of here in a hurry.
Yep, didn't take long. There's Frost, wind up in the pitch. Strike.
Lady Red Devil softball is up 4-0 in the top of the 6th.
Here's the pitch. That was on the inside, and he went. Strike 2. Good pitch right
That was
there.
a nasty breaking ball right there. And he tried to hold up, but it was too late.
He's asking for time. He don't want to get quick pitched. Here's the pitch. Ball 2. Here's the pitch. Off the plate, 3-2. Don't give him nothing good to hit. This guy wouldn't hurt you if you hit first base.
That's right.
Here's Frost. Here's the pitch.
Pop straight
Pop
up.
straight up, third base. Ben Newton camps under it. He's got it. He's out. One away. That's a big out.
Big out right there.
Alec Collins, the center fielder, on the fielder's choice, and out 6-3 on the fielder's choice. Just 2 times up today. And he steps in there with 1 out. Here's the pitch. Oh, the sun got right in the eyes of Ben Newton. He couldn't see that ball. A bouncer right by him. That's to give him a hit, but that's a tough break.
Yep, tough break right there because that took a Sunday hop for him. But it hopped right in. He's getting sunglasses now.
Yeah, I mean, it couldn't have been any more perfect, looking right into the sun.
Yep.
Here's Jacob Bailey. Bailey plays third base.
And he probably understands that play he just had looking into the sun.
Yeah, it's going to get worse. Here's the pitch. Ball 1. Run it first, 1 out. Red Devils up 6-2. Here's the pitch. Foul back.
Jammed him right there. Had him on the hands.
We would hit the Leon White field over there.
Yep.
Running first, not going anywhere. Here's the pitch. Ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Top of 6. Cross pitch. Got him. And a good pitch. It's 2-2.
Well, I missed somewhere once, Benny, because I thought that was strike 3.
I did too. We threw 4 strikes last night to a batter.
Yep.
Here's the pitch. This is a little dribbler left side. We're going to rush it. Ben Newton across the back. Got it.
Nice play.
And a nice play by Newton. 5-3 put out.
And nice job by Jake Weathersby. Realizing Ben was making the play, he got on his horse and got to third so that the runner couldn't advance.
Go, yes. So here's Jake Connor, the right fielder. He was out on the fielder's choice last time. Here's the pitch. Ball 1.
Benny, earlier in the year against Russellville, we had a similar play that our shortstop didn't get over, and Russell advanced to the base. It took it happening 1 time for him to know I got to cover now.
Pitch. There's a ground ball to the shortstop. Picks it up. Weathersby got him. Good play by Jake Weathersby. Deep in the hole. 6-3 put out. And that will end the top of the 6th inning. Red Devils head to the bottom of the 6th. 6-2 lead. We'll be right back.
Man, I loved playing high school sports growing up. And it's fun being a fan now, don't get me wrong, but sitting in the stands feels like I'm missing out on all the action, you know? I wanted to get back in the game, so I signed up to be a high school official. It takes me back to my playing days. I'm supporting students, and I get paid to make the big calls. Do you want to see the game up close? Sign up to become an official in Alabama at highschoolofficials.com.
That's you trying to fix the plumbing yourself to save a few bucks. Doing things yourself doesn't always end well. The same goes for insurance. That's why Auto Owners works with local independent agents who tailor coverage to meet your needs and offer discounts for life, home, car, and business insurance. Because sometimes you need a professional to get the job done right. That's simple human sense.
As you sleep, as you drive, and as you do business, you can count on Peck Glasgow Insurance to help protect the things that matter most. Highway 157 South in Moulton.
We are back. Newton, Weathersby, Ingold. First three for the Red Devils as we head into the bottom of the sixth inning. Red Devils with a 6-2 lead. And Ben Newton will lead it off. Grant Martinez, into his second inning of relief for Springville. Out of the windup, he'll work. Here's the pitch. Strike. Ball bounces away. One strike to Ben Newton. There's the wind up in the pitch, off speed, off the end of the bat, strike two. Wesley runs down the foul ball for the Red Devils. Two strikes on the Red Devil third baseman. Third baseman trying to shield his eyes down there. Here's the ball lifted into center field. Not going to have to move very far, and Newton's going to be out.
Now batting number one, Jake Wesley.
Out number one.
Kick that one off the end of the bat.
Here's Jake Wesley. Wesley's had a good day.
Yep.
Hit by a pitch. Pass ball is scored. So here's the pitch. Almost hit him. Ball one.
Jake does get on the plate.
Here's the pitch. And there's the ball. Hit pretty hard down off the third baseline. Swung that a little bit late.
Yep, he took out the catcher's head.
Yep. 1-1. Here's the pitch. A little bit low. Ball two, rather. He almost went.
Yep.
Good job of holding up. Here's the pitch. Strike two. 2-2. Martinez just reaching back now, letting her go. Here's the wind up in the pitch. Dribbler to second base. Throw over to first. Got him. Two away. And Phil Fingal comes to the plate. Fingal. Steps in there.
1 for 3 on the day. Scored a run and a stolen base.
Here's the pitch. Ball one. And the pitch. Ball two. Fisher done a little begging now.
Yep. They're close, but they're just off the plate some.
Wind up in the pitch. Off speed, strike one. Good pitch.
Good pitch with a 2-0 count, and you throw a breaking ball right there. I mean, that's a pretty gutsy call.
Here's the pitch. Off the end of the bat.
That's trouble.
Low roller to the shortstop. Across the field. Got him. Good play by their guy. 6-3 put out. That'll do it. For the bottom of the sixth. We head to the top of the seventh.
Red Devils 3 outs away.
3 outs away from going to round 3. We'll be right back.
Today's broadcast is sponsored in part by Pepsi Cola of Decatur. Pepsi Cola has always been a big part of any sporting event or special event in Lawrence County. Hey, look around. You see Pepsi signs everywhere. Every point scored during a high school game in Lawrence County has been displayed on a Pepsi Cola of Decatur scoreboard. How about that? So when you need refreshment, look for that Pepsi, Mountain Dew, or Aquafina sign wherever you buy groceries. Pepsi Cola of Decatur, you know they're big in Lawrence County.
Imagine a bank where you feel at home. Real people living right here in your community are the heart of Bank Independent and everything we do. You have our commitment to bring the people, ideas, and resources together that create a stronger community full of endless potential. For over 75 years, we've served this place we all call home. Bank Independent. We're invested in you. Member FDIC.
Everybody up here at Alexander Park.
They're all on their feet, Benny.
Top of the seventh. Kevin Jones, the second baseman, stepped in. 8, 9, and 1 at the top of the seventh. Here's Frost. Here's the pitch, strike one.
That might have been a gimme strike.
Lined up in the pitch, strike two. Two breaking balls. Here's the pitch. That's lined in the laying out at first base. Unassisted. Grabs it for a sure double. And it's one away.
The Night Rider leaves his feet, and as soon as he catches it, he bounces up, hitting his glove right there.
One away. Here's Charlie Hare. Here's the pitch. On the way. Strike one.
Well, you need to notify the highlight reel guys on that catch by White. Nice.
Yeah.
Good gracious.
Well, somebody got that one. Here's the pitch. Got two. Got him where you want him now, Parker.
Fastball up.
Here's the pitch. Strike three. Got him.
Foul ball.
Foul ball, says the official. He barely did get it.
Yep.
Two strikes, one out. Here's the ball upstairs. 1 and 2.
Red Devils softball up 4-0, top of the seventh, one out. They are 2 outs away from a championship.
Right. Foul ball again. Just barely getting those. That curve ball is coming in there pretty good.
Yep. How ironic. You don't see Caden Norwood miss 2 foul tips. Them balls have got some funny spin on them when they come off the bat.
Here's Frost.
Out of play.
Foul ball out of play.
Off the new light.
Count remains 1 and 2.
Threw him breaking balls and threw him fastballs, Benny. Fastball low and away right here.
Here's the pitch on the way. Ball inside. 2 and 2.
Norwood had done bounced behind him, ready to throw it around.
Ball pitch on the way. This one hit him. Get by a pitch. They got a runner at first. And here's Cade Willis.
They're back to the top.
They Willis and then Murray and then Nichols if they get that far.
Line drive somewhere and double him off on first and get out of here.
Here's the pitch. Strike one. Top of 7. Red Devils up 6-2. Now Parker Charles will step off the rubber. Here's the pitch. Line drive. Caught. Don't throw it across. Game! Ball game! And the Red Devils are headed to the third round. What a great play by Ben Newton. And a rocket arm. And the Red Devils win it 6-2.
There was that line drive throw behind him I just asked for, Benny. Great, great ball game by the Red Devils.
They celebrate on the field, of course. The folks from Springville, after everything that's going on here today, distraught, of course.
Yep.
But a great ball game, and the Red Devils won it 6-2 to head to the next round next weekend. We'll break away, and we'll be back after this.
This broadcast is brought to you by Philtech. Located in Cortland, Philtech brings you over 25 years experience formulating custom water treatment blends that meet your specific needs. Since 2014, Philtech has provided custom chemical blends for industrial boiler water and cooling tower treatments, as well as a manufacturer of aluminum salt coagulants that serve many municipalities. From 50 pounds to 45,000 pounds, they can take care of the treatments you need. 256-637-2843. That's Philtech in Cortland.
H. Jerome Thompson of Thompson & Associates has served the citizens of Lawrence County for many years and has always offered you his commitment to quality, service, and accuracy. Next time you need title and abstract work, let Jerome and his fine staff introduce you to their way of courteous, efficient, and economical help. Thompson & Associates are there for your abstracting, land title research, or title insurance needs. 11186 Highway 157 in Moulton, 256-974-3007.
We're back. At Alexander Park, where the Red Devils have just won the best 2-3 series over the Springville Tigers by beating them 6-2 here at RP Beckett Field this afternoon. And as a result, they will head to play the winner of Madison Academy or Leeds next weekend. Yep. The third round of the state playoffs into the Elite Eight.
First time Red Devils have ever made it that far. And really, really good team win right here. Jackson Smith was lights out.
Great.
For 4 innings. He gave up 4 hits, 2 runs, walked 2, and gets the win. Parker Frost, 3 innings, give up 1 hit right there. And Ryder McGregor scored 3 runs. Caden Norwood, 2 for 3 on the day, 4 RBIs. Was huge for the Red Devils, and that come with them really not giving Parker anything to hit. And Norwood says, if you want me to put it on my shoulders, big boys, I'll take it.
They said you weren't paying any attention to me last night, were you?
That's right.
You weren't paying attention. You did that to me last night, and I won the game for you.
Well, the thing about it is, you go back and you analyze the last play of the ball game. Whew. And Ben Newton makes a great stab of a hard-hit ball down third base. It was actually tailing back toward the foul line.
Yep.
Grabs it and throws a CB all the way across the diamond and doubled up the guy at first base. And, it amazes me, and it should, what great arms this infield's got.
Yep,
they have got some bullets for arms.
What you call being in the moment.
Yes.
Well, I think a lot of that, when Coach Jones got here, he put in a arm strengthening program, and you're seeing the results. I mean, you got little bitty guys slinging that thing across the diamond.
Yep.
Well, this is what it's all about.
So one thing I want to commend Springville on, they were the favorites coming in here, even though they traveled. And after the incident in the first inning, they were grabbing LC players and hugging them and congratulating them.
They were.
And the sportsmanship that shows when you come in being the hunted that they are, being the number 1 team in 5A, and having that type of sportsmanship. I want to commend Coach Jonathan Ford on his team. First and foremost, I've seen those kids spray a bunch over the past couple days.
Well, and Coach Ford, having been a head coach for 18 years, he knows the deal, and he knows how to coach his team and instill sportsmanship with the team as well. And it's just a good series. all the way around with the Red Devils coming out 2 out of 3.
Well, that too, and we send our thoughts and prayers to Ryan King. The guy got hit in the head today with that line drive. He's probably still being checked out, but that's part of the game, but it's not the part of the game you love to see.
Absolutely.
So we're going to do it again next weekend. As Benny mentioned, it's going to be the winner of Madison Academy and Leeds. We haven't played Leeds this year. We have played Madison Academy one time earlier in the season.
Well, we won't know, like y'all were talking about earlier. We'll have no idea until Monday